Today, we're going to talk about this next part of this, really mindset and mental health. We're going to also talk about how she's staying mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually fit during this time. We're going to talk about awareness and really how early detection is key and ways that
Yes.
we can support her and others going through the same thing right now. Okay. Sonya, I know last week you talked a lot about right now you are doing treatments twice a day. So when
Mm.
we think about your journey and kind of where you're going and the toll that it's taken on you physically, mentally, emotionally, talk about that. What challenges have you noticed as you're looking at the physical toll and the toll on your mental health?
Mhm. The changes that I've really noticed, of course, there are a lot of physical changes that come with cancer, more so the chemo part of it. I've had and still in the fight, so that everybody knows. As I stated last week quickly, I'm actually doing chemo twice a day now. I do a round at 9 o'clock and I do a round at 3 o'clock. And when you're doing chemo wipes you completely out, and all the different physical changes that come with it is enormous. Like, of course, we talk about the hair loss. I'm just at a phase where this is my second round. I lost all my hair the first round, and they said that I would, or it would get very thin this round. I think the biggest thing that I notice now are the mood changes, the mental torment that it does to me, the physical changes, like I can't do anything with hot water, no showers, no hair washing. The minute that hot water touches my skin, I immediately blister, which is very painful. I'm having some really serious issues with my right hand and my right foot. My toenails are hanging off. They're very blistered. It's very painful. The only shoes that I feel comfortable wearing are Crocs, and that's due to the blistering, the toenails, and I also have neuropathy very bad in my hands and my feet, along with lymphedema and all the other things. I think that the biggest part that I want to really stress to people this morning is that when you're going through anything in life, and not just, and of course we're focusing on breast cancer awareness, but to me, awareness is 12 months. There are no months designated that I can't stress enough to say that mental wellness, mental fitness, mental healing is so key to everything that we do in life. As a matter of fact, I think I put it on top. I've been a trainer, personal trainer, excuse me, for a lifetime. I'm also a life coach. And the biggest thing is your mental is first. Your mental is first. It brings so much clarity, and it gives you so much confidence, and it gives you so much know-how into what's next. You feel better when you're mentally stable. There are so many different things that I do at this time, and some things that I'm working on with you, Tracy, that are going to get me even to the next level. Because for a lifetime, I have neglected my mental and my emotional well-being. I thought I was good until cancer hit. And now I see that I have neglected myself, my self-love, my mental healing. So for me right now, I'm doing relaxation, I'm doing meditation. I have thoroughly enjoyed some of the clips that you have sent me as relates to, when I'm in bed at night or during the daytime, that when I make myself lay down for an hour, just to listen to those positive confirmations, just to listen to those things talking to me about having resilience, and all of those things I have totally focused on. And it has made me mentally strong so that my push physically, my push spiritually, my push emotionally is a lot better.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. I love that. And I'm loving how you are talking specifically about some of the things that you're doing right now to really help build your mental fitness, but how key it is because you're exactly right. You are a fitness guru, somebody who, an athlete, a pro former baller, somebody who's really dependent on the body, the physicality to carry you through so many areas of your life. And
Yes.
right now, when that
Yes.
physical piece, needing that push and being
Mm.
able to inspire and really get some things in the mental side to help push you further when the body can't go quite as well.
That's
That's
That's right,
huge.
Tracy. Because physically, my body has taken a licking. I am nowhere near physically capable as I was my last years. This is the first time in my life that I have felt beat down physically. So what did I have to do? I had to rely on and really get smart about, oh my God, Sonya, it's really time for you to pick up those great attributes that come with making sure that you're mentally sound. You know, all the different things with coming with healing, because we have to understand that, and I want to tell these people that mental illness is real.
Yeah.
Depression is real. Anxiety is real. And if you're not working on self-love, putting yourself first, hitting the reset button, you're going to find yourself on the bottom, on a pillow, crying, suicidal thoughts, emotional breakdown, nervous breakdowns, and all of those things are real. People, you have to come up out of denial and talk about these things. Get help if you need help. Trust me, I can help you, but I can also reference you to get in touch with my girl, Tracy, who has in the last month made a change in my mental well-being. I feel better every single day. And you know why? Because I am taking the necessary steps that it takes to be a stronger woman, to be a stronger me. Because if I'm not strong, then I'm not going to be good for no one. I have to take care of myself first. And I think that for a lifetime, for me and for so many people, we have put jobs before our mental wellness. We have put people, we have put things. I put Total You by Sonya D, my gym that I've had for 30 years. I put all of my clients and all of the work that comes with that before myself. I was in the gym, busting my butt every day, physically working out, throwing up weights, body looking great, but walking around here mentally and emotionally beat down. Didn't know who to turn to, didn't know how to turn to, and really did not even recognize that I was as bad as I am or was, and still got some healing to do until cancer struck. So when cancer put me on my back, it gave me an opportunity to say, hey, Sonya, it's time for you to take care of you. It is time to reciprocate. You have to. And if you don't, you are going to find yourself in a bad place and not good feeling at all.
Yeah. You are hitting on some nuggets right here, and I'm so thankful that you are, because you're talking about the importance, the necessity of self-care. You're so right. There's so many times we are going, tending to this one, that one, and the third, and we are the last one on the list to check in with. And so I'm glad you're talking about the importance of self-care, putting yourself and making yourself that priority. And one of your things that you said, and I read that off of your bio, that it really touched me. You said, healing comes in waves. On some days you will drown, and other days you will float. On some days you feel broken, and on other days you will feel renewed. Just be patient with yourself. Our wounds are often the openings into the absolute best and most beautiful part of us. I will beat cancer because God said so. I truly trust the process. I have many lives to save. You give out, you pour out, you are consistently and still working now, some with your clients. How important has it been for you to surround yourself with a community that instead of taking from you is pouring into you? How big is that for your mental fitness and mental health right now?
Oh my goodness. You know what? Again, I never really thought about how important it is to be around people who are very positive, whose energy is great, who just pour into you, because I have always been the one to pour, to give. And now God has put it in such a situation where every client that I have today, to this date, was meant to be with me. I've had clients that were not, that were just taking and draining and sucking the life out of me. So when you're around people that even when you're down or when you're struggling, to have that person to pour into you, to push, to smile, to give you a hug, to say, I love you, to say, did you need anything, to say, if you're okay. Sonya, you don't seem like you're okay. I can't remember a lot of times in my life where I've had people to say, are you okay? They were quick to judge me. Like I couldn't have a bad day. I couldn't have anything going on me. They were expecting me to be perfect at all times, to smile, to be happy, to pour into it. So I cannot express enough, and not just expressing, just to say how grateful I am for the people that are in my life today that pour into me, that check on me, that send me a text and say, hey, I'm thinking about you. That send me a text and say, are you hungry? To send me a text and say, Sonya, I really, truly love you. It means the world to me. And in doing that, it changes my mental.
Yeah.
It makes me stronger. It makes me want to live. It makes me want to do better. It makes me want to be better. It's just empowering.
Absolutely.
That sometimes I can't express it, but no way of saying thank you.
Yeah, that's big.
Changed
That's
and
big.
made so much better. And it has helped the process of me healing mental.
Yeah, that's huge. And I want everybody to hear that. When we think about our environment, when we think about the stressors and the people around us, are they enhancing you, pouring in, or are they taking away? Because just as she described, that feeling when people are pouring into you, giving you that energy that you give, or really just having a word of inspiration, of hope, it does change the chemicals, the neurochemicals in the brain, dopamine. It gives you that feeling to be able to feel good, lift and boost your
Yes.
mood, the things that we need to thrive. And being able to do that really does create a healing process in the body. Okay?
Yes, it does.
It's big.
Yes, it
It's
yes,
big.
it does. It really does. And people have to understand that. I think that there are levels to it. I think I stated, and I say so many things that on some days you feel broken, and on some days you feel renewed. The thing about me now is when I do feel broken, it doesn't take me as long to get myself back to feeling renewed. It used to take 5, 6, 15, and sometimes 24 hours when I was broken. I stayed in that place because I felt like I was by myself, and that who could I reach out to? Who is going to really, really want to help me and motivate me and encourage me? So now I've taken those 24 hours and have turned them into 2 hours, 1 hour of, okay, Sonya, you got to snap back. And as soon as I feel it, it's almost like those people that are truly connected to me, I'll get a message. It's like the word says, the spirit knows the spirit by the spirit.
Yes.
So it's a phenomenal thing, and how those brain cells, those endorphins and those things kick in to say, hey, it's going to be okay. You're okay. But in order for things to be okay, these are the necessary steps that you have to take. And a lot of times people don't know the steps to take. They don't know. They're so lost. They're so confused. They're so hurt. They're so damaged. They feel like they're nobodies. Yep. And we are all somebodies. We're all loved. You are loved. And you have to believe that and know that. And let that be your pickup to know that you love yourself first. And I think that's where a lot of people make a lot of mistakes. What does it take for me to love myself first? All the love that you pour out every single day, you have to love yourself even more than that.
Yes. Thank you for that inspiring word right there. That is so true. Love yourself first. Let's talk a little bit about awareness here, because when we think about how important is early detection. So in part 1, we talked about your journey. You were able to recognize in your body how you felt. You were able to discern something's off. So you had that awareness about who you are and what feels good and right for you, to know something is not right. And that led you into getting checked out, and lo and behold, something was not right. How important is early detection, and what would you share with people today about that?
The biggest thing, if we're talking about early detection as it relates to breast cancer, I think that the biggest thing is, of course, we all want to be so in tune with our bodies. But the thing about it, even beyond that, is early detection saves lives, which means men and women, not just women, because the statistics with breast cancer is going up tremendously as relates to men. And it's probably worse because, of the simple fact of us having breasts, men having what we said, chest. So the early detection means that you have to, ladies, you have to get into the hospitals to get your mammogram. I recommend that you do a 3D mammogram so that it covers every area. You have to do it. You can't have excuses like, I don't have the money, I don't have insurance. There are programs out here for everybody. Yeah. And also you have to do your self-examination monthly. Don't skip a month, I'm telling you. And you have to make sure you know how to do your breast examination. You can Google it. They'll take you through every step. You have to make sure that you're not doing it right before your menstrual cycle. You have to just be caught up. Like you can't study enough. You can't learn enough. There's There's so much knowledge out here, and it's so free when it comes to awareness and early detection. And you have to make sure that you're squeezing your nipples, that you're checking right underneath your breast, that you're also checking under your armpit, because my breast cancer is more bilateral than anything. It wasn't in my breast, it was bilateral. So when they did my surgery, they removed a fourth bilateral, and it went under my armpit into my lymph nodes. So you have to be cognizant, aware, alert, care enough for yourself to have early detection. I'm telling you, don't worry about the little bit of 1 minute of pain that you're going to experience with a mammogram when you talk about saving your life.
Yeah.
We're talking about a life. We're talking about not going through any of the things that I've experienced in the last year and a half has been hell for me. Yeah. Cancer, chemo, neuropathy, blood transfusions, blood clots, lymphedema, C. difficile, mental stress, emotional stress, spiritually battling, questioning, believing, fear. All of those things are real.
Yeah.
They are real. So get your mammograms ASAP today. Do not say next week. Yep. We are so quick to say next week, and the next week turns into next month. Next month turns into next year. Get it done now.
Period. And don't wait on, oh, wait, I'm not 39 or 40 yet, or I don't have a history of breast cancer. Sonya D
Correct.
is a living example. Athlete, takes care of health, mind, body, spirit. No cancer history in your family line, correct?
That's correct.
And we're sitting here right now today. So get
That's
checked.
Right. That's right.
There's so many resources out here available. If you don't have insurance, there's some ways that you can still get the scans. There is a screening process for men as well, like you just talked about. Get checked. Sonya, I want to spend a little time because this is kind of where we ran out of time last show. Yeah. I really want to make sure that because you are such a giver in your community, and everything that you touch, you give more than you receive. And as we talked about last show, this is your season to be on the receiving end of that and allow that receiving to happen. Not only has the toll been taken on you physically, mentally, and emotionally, but there has been a financial strain that's going on when we talk about the health care that you're receiving and all of the things that you're having to put in place. There's been a financial strain as well as the other stuff that's listed. Talk a little bit about that and how we can support you, because I know you have a book out and there's other ways. You have a GoFundMe. We're going to put that link here as well. But talk a little bit about that so far for you in this process.
For me, continue to please pray for me, continue to show love for me. But I'll tell you that this is a very expensive journey that I'm on, including my insurance. I'm right now in debt over $115,000. I had gotten it down. It's back up now because I'm still in treatment. I'm $115,000 plus in debt. I do have a GoFundMe. You're more than welcome to text my business phone, which you can find all that information on my IG, and you can Cash App me, you can Zelle me, you can mail it to me, however you want to do in support of doing that. I'm also accepting clients. I am a co-ed business owner. I also have my book entitled Sonya D, Exposed Moments of a Fitness Diva. I also have products that are 100% natural. I have t-shirts, you name it, that I have it, so it's no excuse. So if you, whatever way that you can support me financially, I don't want you to think that any amount, it doesn't matter. Any amount is appreciated, and I'm grateful for it. So you have my book, you have my products, you have my t-shirts, which are inclusive of my products. You have my gym membership. I am the GOAT when it comes to training. I'm a certified nutritionist, life coach, and trainer, along with a lot of other certifications. I have my GoFundMe, and I would just love the opportunity. I would appreciate you guys if you just went and supported me in some way, just to be able to help me, because I'm not working full time. I'm working part-time at home. It's not like being in my gym. Everything that I'm doing now is virtual. So my sales, et cetera, are not like nowhere compared to when I was in my facility.
Yeah, and we can do that. We can do that, community. We go out to eat every day, right? We're spending and spending money in other areas every day. Take the time to really pour into something and someone who pours out daily. daily, still pours out. If you go to her IG right now, guys, and just the people that are following her that she's aligned and associated with, you'll see Sonya D's name on there, giving out love, giving out messages, kiss, kiss. You have so many things that you say that just bring a smile to people's faces. And I thank you for that. So go for it. I see you.
Can I want to say one thing before we ran out of time, and I appreciate that. And please do go to my Instagram. You will be inspired. One of those posts are going to hit home. Trust me. Even during my journey, I have just found in my heart to continue to pour out love. But I do want to say right quick too, I want you guys to be very mindful as to not just with breast cancer foundations and donations, but just in donating in foundations, because you can bet for every donation or every foundation that you donate to, that there's somebody in your family, in your circle, in your community, in your city that's fighting whatever that is. For me, I have reached out to more than 35 foundations with cancer, and I have not received any help from any of them except for one foundation in Martinsville, Virginia, which is my hometown. That is insulting, that is embarrassing, it is ridiculous. So we have to think, where is our money going to when we donate? When you have a girl right here in the city who has given out for over 30 years to people, even with my paying clients, they'll tell you that they receive much more to me than a personal training session. I have trained free, I have donated, I have had people pay bills, I have done it. And now I'm in a situation where I need your help back. Yeah. So donate to my GoFundMe, donate to my Cash App, donate to Sonya D, and I would just truly appreciate it. Insurance companies and these foundations to me can be, and I'm just speaking real for me.
Yeah.
I can't have this experience. It's been a ripoff because I haven't received nothing. And even my insurance company that takes $400 out of my account every month sends me notes every single day about what they're not going to pay, what they are going to pay, how much they're going to pay. Mm-hmm. So it's just been additional stress on top of everything that I'm going through.
Well, that's going to change today, Miss Sonya. We're going to have some people supporting you and sewing into you. And I have your Cash App, and I know my girl Julie is watching on Facebook Live. She's always amazing. I appreciate you. I've always said everybody needs a Julie, and I feel like I have a Julie. So she's watching and she's listening. $ So Sonya 15. That's her Cash App. $ So Sonya 15. And her Zelle is 704-533-4732. 704-533-4732. We're going to also put the link to her GoFundMe in our show notes as well, so we make sure we circle that around, guys. Sonya, you're a light. You're a light. Appreciate you. I'm excited about our journey together in healing.
Yes.
One step, one moment at a time. Mm-hmm. One step, one moment at a time. Anybody who's listening right now. Yeah.
That's powerful.
Yeah, one step, one moment at a time. Make sure you're checking in on people. And I want my community to go out and shine bright like the stars that we are. We will be back next week. Have a great day. Thank you, Sonya D. I love you.